This is an upcoming device from Asus. It's their ZenBook 17 Fold. And what makes it special is the way that it folds and unfolds. And I know what you're thinking, every laptop folds, right? But not like this one, it doesn't. So in its folded shape, it is a regular, 12, maybe 13-inch screen-sized laptop. It's pretty compact, but when you unfold it, you are presented with a huge 17-inch OLED panel. And this is unlike any device I've ever had on this channel. So it's not a tablet, it's actually a laptop computer. It's got a big 17-inch screen, but it comes with a keyboard and you can use it as a fully functional laptop. Now the device itself could be used as a tablet. If you wanted to, you could hold it as a 17-inch monster tablet, or you can just place it down on the table if you want to use it with your pen and just do art stuff on it, fully functional in that manner as well. But the real magic is when you fold this thing. So you can fold it in this position where you're kind of using the device as this like double screened device, but because this hinge can hold pretty much any position, you can position and orient this panel to whatever you want to use it for. So you can have a show that's running across both sides of the panel, or you can have a show on the top and then like some work or some other document that you're working on the bottom. It is very versatile, but it also comes with this keyboard. So this is a Bluetooth keyboard, so you can use it as a regular wireless keyboard. You don't have to have it connected or anything. It just functions as a perfectly normal Bluetooth keyboard. But here's the crazy thing. If you want to, if you're in like a tighter space and you don't have the option of setting it up nice and wide like this, you can put it onto the device where it attaches magnetically, and Windows will reconfigure the UI so that it looks like a regular laptop. And now you have a laptop experience. And this is just like a slightly thick laptop, but it's a laptop. And then when you want the big screen experience again, you just pop open the kickstand and then you're good to go. Now this panel is really nice. It's a 17-inch OLED panel. It's 4:3 aspect ratio. It's bright. It's got really punchy colors. It's awesome for consuming media. It does have a fairly glossy screen, so you do have to be careful of that if you're using it in really bright environments, but it does have a crease right down the middle of the screen. It's fairly subtle in terms of the visual imperfection, but because it's a tablet and sometimes you'll be running your finger across that crease, you can feel it when you're moving your finger around. One thing to note though, this screen is rated for 30,000 fold cycles. Now, the idea of like 30,000 folds sounds, it's a lot, right? If you folded this device 4 times a day, you could probably get like 20 years. That's like open and close. That's one fold cycle. You do that, so 8 folds per day, you could get 10 years of folds on this device. It's good in that sense, but if you compare it to like a phone, those are rated for like 200,000 cycles. And maybe the difference comes from the fact that it's a bigger device, and when you open and close this computer, it's putting more stress on a hinge compared to a phone, or maybe they just didn't design the hinge in the same fashion so the dust can get in a little bit easier. I don't know, but it does make you think that this is probably a less durable of a folding mechanism than one of the flagship phones out there. So the screen has this rubber bezel that runs along the perimeter of the device, and I'm assuming it's to kind of protect the device as you open and close it. But then on the back of the device, the way this hinge works, there's this protective covering that slides back and forth as you open and close the device. Now I can't open this device, it's a pre-production unit, but on Asus's website, they're saying it's running an i7-1250U, which is a low wattage 12th gen chip from Intel. It's also running 16 gigs of RAM, and a terabyte of PCIe 4 storage. And I think these are good specs for a universal configuration. And lastly, it's running a 75 watt-hour battery, which on a device of this size is decent. I don't think it's gonna have huge battery life, but if I had to guess, with my regular testing, I'd guess like 6 hours of battery life. But we'll see when a review unit comes in. There's 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports on the device. There's one on the top and then one on the side, and there's also a webcam that supports infrared for logging in with facial biometrics. But this is the first device I've ever had in here that was a laptop that had a folding screen. And it's a very different experience than I thought it would be like. So I've seen videos and pictures of stuff like this before, and it always looked cool, but having gotten this thing in, I think what really sells this for me is the size of the screen. Like normally, when you're using a laptop, the whole idea is that it's gotta be a portable device, right? It should be something that you can use and bring with you if you need to. And there's a limitation as how big of a screen you can go with, right? Once you go like 17 inches, 18 inches, it starts to become a very cumbersome device. This is a 17-inch screen, but it could have gone bigger and it's still very portable. And that's the other crazy thing. Apple is supposedly working on a 20-inch device, whether it's a giant iPad or a MacBook type thing. We don't know for sure yet, but Mark Gurman has reported on the idea of a 20-inch Apple product with a foldable screen. And that's that's where I feel like the future's going, right? We have tech nowadays to make devices like this very capable in terms of its processing capabilities, folding screens, detachable wireless keyboards. This is the future of computing to me, and this is wild. I think even in its current iteration, this ZenBook product is so cool. And I think for some people, this is the thing, man. This is the thing. Okay, there you have it, the ZenBook Fold. It's a cool one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. I'll see you guys next time.